Yes.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started just because we have a short window of time tonight. We have a max of about 40 minutes to do our Zoom webinar. So we want to try to get as much in as we can. We may talk fast and go through everything quickly, but just know that you can reach out to Jamie and I at any time with more questions to get additional information.
Okay.
Let me make sure that we've got the recording. We're recording. That's a good thing. So I just wanted to thank everybody so much for coming out tonight. We had a lot of people who had things come up at the last minute that said they couldn't join us tonight. So that's why we're going to record the webinar. And then that way we can turn around and share it with everybody that wasn't able to join us tonight. But thanks to you guys who decided to take the time to come out and see us. My name's Annette Carlson, which you see Jamie on here. We're the co-owners and travel advisors with Carlson Early Group Dream Vacations. We just celebrated our 9-year work anniversary, and we both share a passion for travel, for helping our clients realize their travel dreams, no matter how big or how small. And we both love Italy. And so that kind of leads us to where we are tonight. We're excited, and we want to share this small group Tuscany tour with all of you in hopes that you will join the two of us to travel next September. I might be kind of biased about the Tuscany region of Italy, but both my mom and dad were born there. And actually in Tuscany, about an hour's drive from the location of where this tour is going to be. So I'm excited to share that beautiful part of Italy with you. And I can promise you that it is definitely an ultimate foodie region in Italy. You'll definitely love everything about that.
Where's your Italian accent? Where's your Italian accent?
No, I wasn't born there. I'm American born, but my mom and dad spoke Italian in the house the entire time that I grew up, as did my aunt and uncle. So I can understand everything, but I kind of butcher Italian like an American speaking a second language.
I understand.
Buonasera. That's good night in Italian. I'll start with that one. So during our time together tonight, I'm going to kind of go through just a slide presentation of the tour quickly, just every day. And then we're going to transition over to Jamie and Ann. You can see Ann on here. Ann is a very good and kind friend to Jamie and I. She's a fellow Dream Vacations franchise owner who has actually experienced this tour firsthand. She's taken a group on it. So we're going to get some wonderful personal insights from her about the tour itself. And then we're going to end with answering any questions you guys have, and then telling you how you can secure your spot to travel with us on the group trip. I will share with you, I am not overly technological savvy. So as I transition between this and my PowerPoint, I don't know what you guys are going to see. So let's just wait and see what happens. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, that's not it. Okay, here we go.
That's what we're dealing with. She says she had no idea how some patients were stuck.
So if we could ask those of you that are here with us, if you could mute your microphone just in case you have any background noise, and that won't keep anyone else from hearing what we have to say. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with our slideshow. We're partnering with a company called Cosmos, and they're a part of the Gourmet family of brands. They're an award-winning, highly rated tour company in the world of travel. And they're a long-standing preferred partner with Dream Vacations. So we're fully confident that they're going to provide our entire group with a wonderful experience on this tour. They have been in business for 97 years. That's a long time in today's world, for sure. Their tour guides that they use for these tours are destination experts, and many of them have been with the company for 20 plus years. Amazing. So
Annette,
yes.
Can you hear me real quick? We can't see the slides in case you want to.
You can't see the slides? Uh-oh. I thought I shared my slide. Hang on.
I mean, I know you're getting to part the day by day, so I thought you might want to show that.
Yeah, hang on one second. I don't know why it's not showing. I apologize. This worked when Jamie and I practiced earlier today. We really did try to be on top of everything. All right, hang on one second. Jamie, I don't know why we're not able to see it now.
Well, I don't know either. We can certainly talk through it.
All right, so hang on one second. So I have, Jamie, the first screen up with the travel quote. Can you not see that?
No.
Okay, I apologize, you guys. Jamie and I really did practice, and more than once, might I say, to try to get this okay for you guys.
Well, the background pictures are beautiful.
Well, okay,
Jamie,
I am so
Hear
sorry.
me, it's Julie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it the iPad? Is it someone else registered as iPad, or are you trying to do everything from your iPad?
That's
No.
me, Julie.
That's you,
Yeah.
okay, all right,
That's your mommy.
okay. Sorry.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, I am so sorry, you guys. We had this beautiful presentation. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try to put that together for you.
Just because I do this way too much all day long. So if you hit the green share button, even if you click the screen, unless you hit the share button after you select the screen you want to share, it doesn't share.
Yeah, I did. Let's see here. One participant, advanced sharing. I mean, Jamie and I did this, like I said, multiple times yesterday and today, and everything worked fine.
Says-
And here we are with you guys, and all of a sudden we can't see anything.
well, Net, maybe when we send out the presentation, we can also send out the PowerPoint, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Just in
I'm
case
so
people want to see it day by
Yeah,
day.
I really apologize to you guys. We really did work very hard on making sure this was going to work okay. And here we go. So, all right. So I'll go ahead and talk through a little bit of it. So what we love so much about this tour is that it's a hub and spoke tour. So what that means is we're going to be located in one specific town, Montecatini. And so you can unpack your suitcase. You'll be there the whole week. And then every day the tour is going to take you out into a local area around the Tuscany region to explore the different excursions and options that they have available for you. So on day one, everyone's checking into the hotel. They're arriving with their flights. We all have a dinner together that night with a tour director to get to know each other. On day tour, we're going to head out to Vinci, the town of Vinci, which is the birthplace of Leonardo da Vinci. And we're going to spend a little bit of time at a museum that teaches us a little bit about him. We're going to visit a local bakery. We're going to learn how bread's made. We're going to have a light lunch of some of the local products from that region and some wine. And then there's an optional dinner for that evening, a Tuscan dinner. That's something that is an additional fee, but you can add that onto your trip if you'd like. So we're more than happy to provide you with information about that if you're interested. Day 3 is an excursion out to the Chianti Valley. We're going to visit the town of Greve. We're going to have lunch in a local charming wine shop, and then we're going to visit a historic Tuscan estate in that location. Day 4, we're actually going to stay in the area around the hotel in Montecatini. You have a free morning that morning to explore that area and do anything that you'd like. In the afternoon, we're going to have an Italian cooking class at a rustic farmhouse in the countryside. You'll get a welcome drink upon arrival. We're going to explore their orchard. We're going to learn about their famous delicacies of the area. And then we're going to do an actual hands-on cooking experience and dinner that night at the farmhouse. Day 5 is an excursion to Lucca. They're going to give us a walking tour of that historic walled city. We're going to do a cafe crawl, doing a few snacks as we go along. And then we're going to have a main course lunch at a local restaurant. And we're going to visit one of the palazzos in that particular area. They've got some really beautiful ornamental gardens there that we can see along with the arch ceilings of the palazzo. On day 6, we're going to head out to Bulgari, and we're going to drive along this famous road called Viale dei Cipressi. It's a world, it's considered one of the most beautiful roads in the world. It's lined with like over 2,500 cypress trees. I have a picture if you guys could just see it. You'll have to wait to look at it when we send you the slideshow. We're going to visit one of the wine cellars in Bulgaria and taste their super Tuscan red wines. And we're going to stop at a beautiful hilltop town called Castagneto Carducci. And it has beautiful views of the surrounding countryside and the sea. And then we're going to have lunch at a local restaurant. Day 7, we're again going to stay around our hotel in Montecatini. You've got the morning again free to explore and do whatever you'd like. And in the afternoon, we're going to have a baking class at the hotel, creating cakes and desserts. And then there is an optional excursion that you can purchase that day where you'll go to visit the Carrara marble quarries and culinary delights. Again, an additional fee that we're happy to give you more information about and get you signed up if you'd like. And then day 8, sadly, is the last day of the tour. Vacation ends with breakfast that morning, and then of course transfers to the airport for flights home. I do just want to mention really quickly that if anybody wants to do a pre-trip to Italy and other areas and then come and join us for the tour, or if you want to do that after the tour is over, Jamie and I are happy to help you coordinate all of those plans as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jamie, who's going to talk with Anne about her personal experiences on the tour.
Thank you, Annette. That was wonderful. So Anne, I can't wait for you to tell everybody about your experience. First, I want to tell you really fast, though, that Anne and her partner Sharon have had their agency for, is it 11 years, Anne?
Just finishing our 11th year.
Okay. And before that, tell them what you did.
We were both educators. We were both principals in elementary and middle schools, and that's how we met. We were not in the same school, obviously, but we worked as colleagues in the school system. And then when we call it graduate, not retire, from education, we went on to look for a little hobby job. Got involved in this, and it's been a full-time job ever since.
And they are in the top, gosh, probably 3% of all of like 2,000 franchise owners, I would say. 1%?
Very fortunate, yes.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
They work really hard, and they were very blessed to have her to help us tonight, because so they took 16 people last year.
Yep,
on this same
March
trip?
of, actually, it was this, I was looking back, it was March of 2025. So
Oh,
we
it
just
was
went
this
this
year.
past March.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Time goes so
So-
fast. I would have said it was a year ago, but it was March of this year.
So Anne and her partner have done many group trips with their clients and planned many as well. And I wanted for you to tell them, what is one of your favorite things about the way this is structured?
Well, just, you know, as this Annette said, one of the things that I don't really like about land destinations is the packing and unpacking and moving of hotels. And this one is really nice because you stay at that one central hotel, and every day you go out to a different location. So it's the best of both worlds because you're not unpacking. But this hotel is very centrally located in this little tiny town village of Montecatini. I don't say it as nice as you do, Annette, but and it's very close to restaurants and shopping, and I mean, you can walk it on foot easily. And then there is also a train or a tram or a funicular, whatever, that goes up to another little town. It's probably a good 3/4 of a mile that you'd have to walk from the hotel, or you can take a cab or whatever and go up to another little tiny town. The views up there of Montecatini in the Tuscan region are just simply gorgeous. And there's all kinds of shopping and little restaurants up there too. So there's so much to do around this hotel. And then so much to do on this tour. And so when Annette talked about a light something to eat, don't believe that. You will eat
The
and you will
Italian
drink.
way, though. They always say it's a little
Yes.
snack, and it ends up being this huge heaping portion of food. So
Yes, I can't tell you, charcuterie, breads, pastas, all day, every day. Wine, yeah.
Hmm.
It's-
So tell them about the hotel. Tell them what you were telling me about the hotel. It's the same hotel. So we're staying in the same hotel and verified that today that they stayed in.
Right. The hotel, I think it, when I go to Europe, I'm always trying to stay away from something like the Holiday Inn or the Hilton. I'm trying to stay away from chains and looking for little boutique hotels. And this one fits that perfectly, that bill very perfectly. It reminds me a little bit of a glamorous hotel of old, you know, with a pretty staircase and a nice lobby and all of that. But you know, just set an expectation that it is an old hotel. It's an old Italy hotel. So, you know, some of the carpets might be a little more worn or something like that. And some of the rooms are kind of wonky a little bit, the way they're shaped and that sort of thing. But you know, it is just a beautiful old hotel. Um, and it has everything you want. It's got a nice breakfast area. It's got a nice lobby. It has a little bar. It's got a great courtyard out front. Especially at the time of year that you're there. We were there in March and we were sitting out there in that courtyard out front, warm enough. You might even still be in on the pool.
Mhm.
You know,
Maybe.
you'd have
Yeah,
to check that. We could see it, but it, you know, March we didn't go swimming, but it was a beautiful pool area. Um, but so yeah, just an incredible old glamorous type hotel. I
I
loved
love
it.
it. I'm very excited. Tell them about the tour guide that you had. We probably won't have the same tour guide, maybe or maybe not, but they're famous for their tour guides, Globus
Yeah.
and Cosmos.
Right. And we had Roberto and he was great. You know, he very knowledgeable about the area, loved where he was from, loved knew everything about everything. So you could ask him any question anytime and he would have the answer. Yeah, things were so well set up. You don't really have to think past the next day because every day he'll tell you, or she will tell you, this is what we're going to do tomorrow. Be here at this time. And that's all you have to do is stay one day ahead. So you don't have to do a whole lot of planning on your own. It'll all be laid out before you. Good. Our guide had a great sense of humor, kept the conversation going, engaged everybody on the trip. And was just fabulous. And I'm sure you'll have a really good guide.
Yeah, I've experienced one of the guides on a Globus trip personally, and he'd been with them for 39 years. He was getting ready to retire and he was top notch, so knowledgeable. So tell them about some of the your favorite activities that you did. I know the eating was a big part of it. One of your favorites.
We did a lot of eating, but we did a lot of walking too to kind of offset some of that eating. Not that you have to, but there was a lot of nice places to walk. You know, when she talked about the museum in Vinci, that can sound kind of like, oh, a museum, but it was really fascinating. You'll just, you know, we always think of Leonardo da Vinci as an artist, but he was really an architect long before that, and the things that he thought of in his mind and made models of and invented is just amazing, that you'll see in that museum. It's a very small little area, but you know, there's shopping everywhere you go. So, you know, shopping is really good there. But that museum was really great. Um, and I really enjoyed it. The town of Lucca was absolutely beautiful. Loved the walking tour there. We had some time off after that, so be careful because there's another beautiful area to do shopping in, and there's a lot of shops there. And that was really nice too. The farmhouse restaurants that you talked about, or the farmhouse visits, were like going to your grandma's house, and everybody sits around and chops vegetables and you know, makes the dinner. That's fun. The cooking experiences are really good. I did do the two optional excursions, one to the farmhouse dinner, which another farmhouse dinner. So, you know, I would highly recommend that you do that experience. And the other one was to the Carrara Marble, which I really didn't know much about marble, but Never been to a marble quarry before, and that was another fascinating day that we had. So I would really encourage you to look at both of those added excursions. Well worth it. Oh, you're on mute, Jamie. Jamie, you're on mute. There you go.
I had somebody talking behind me a minute ago. Tell them what you told me about the value.
Oh, yeah. I really felt that, we do a lot of traveling, we do a lot of group traveling, and I really felt that the value of this trip, the cost of it for what you got was incredible. I thought we would have little nibbles of food where we went, little glasses of wine or whatever, but everywhere we went, we were fed and the wine just kept flowing. The accommodations were so nice. The tour guide was great. We went to a lot of places. I thought it was the right amount of guided tours. There was enough free time within all the tours to do the things that you might want to do, and free time at the hotel if you want to check out the area of the hotel a little bit more. So there was just a great value for the price. In fact, I was quite surprised by the price, to tell you the honest truth.
Yeah, we thought the same thing. That's one of the things.
Mhm.
Annette had been looking at this for a while, and I think she had heard y'all had done it, and one of our other friends had taken a group, and we couldn't believe
Yeah.
the price either. It was amazing. Well, I know you talked about the shopping and the value. Tell them some of the things you bought, because I
Oh.
want to buy those things now.
Oh, there was the 2 pairs of Italian leather shoes. There was the olive oil. A lot of people in our group bought wine. I didn't tend to buy that. The chocolates, people bought chocolates. The clothing was, unbelievable. I did buy my husband, who didn't go with me. It was a clock from Da Vinci's that was very cool. So everything from pottery to clothing to shoes, lots of shoes. If you ladies like leather, this is the place to get leather. So tons of shopping, but there's also a lot of people were buying food products too. Olive oil, olives, spices. And in both of the farmhouse experiences, we'll have all those things too, that you can purchase and bring home. So our suitcases were pretty loaded. I can tell you that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, Anne, I appreciate it. I think we've covered about everything. Do any of y'all have any questions while Anne's on? For some reason, the timing is only giving us 5 more minutes, so
Yeah,
we
it
will.
goes quick. I
it
just
does.
leave you with, I was telling Jamie earlier today, there's a great book if you decide you're going to go
Yes.
on this trip and you're a reader. I just read this book after I got back. It's called The View from Lake Como by Adriana Triagiani. And it's all about this region. She talks about Lucca. She talks about several places in Tuscany, and even about the marble quarry. A lot about marble in this book. So if you decide to go on the trip, you might want to pick this book up in your reader.
I have
Well,
a
thank
question.
you. Yes.
Yeah, on the tours that I saw listed, what time do they leave in the morning?
Typically they would leave like about 9 in the morning. I don't remember any early mornings on
Ouch.
this one. Yeah, they were comfortable.
Well, yeah, maybe. No,
Oh,
I'm just, and
I'm a
these,
morning person, so to me that sounds like,
yeah, I'm a
midday.
night person. That's why I'm
Yeah,
trying to get a feel for this. So,
yeah.
are these, you get on a bus to go to these different locations and
Mhm.
then come back?
Yep, and you can take a nap on the bus, but you'll miss a lot of pretty scenery.
No, I don't want to take a nap.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not,
but they're
that
not,
was,
I wouldn't consider them early morning, and I do believe the tour, at least our tour did, and I'm sure it probably does, it comes with a full breakfast every morning, so we had breakfast right in the
Mhm.
hotel. And
Okay.
then would get on the tour. And there for the most part it was a buffet type breakfast, so you could, make that really quick if you wanted to.
And there are medical facilities nearby in case one needs one.
We had a woman who went to Florence in our group before, a kind of a younger woman, well, to me, she was younger, probably 45, 50.
Oh,
And
that's younger than
she
me.
fell in, yeah, she fell in Florence and hurt her back. And our guide, we told him we needed a wheelchair for her to go on some of these tours. And I don't know where he came up with the wheelchair, but he came up with the wheelchair that she used for the whole week. So there has to be medical
You know
things
what,
because
there's a hospital and there's 2 other medical facilities I see listed. Let me say this really fast to y'all because I know this time for some reason
Yes.
started moving before we knew it. If this shuts down, if y'all want to come back on the Zoom, and Annette and I'll be back on it again because we just had a few more things we were going to tell you about reserving it, and you may have some other questions. I don't mean to stop you, Anne,
No,
because you have
that's
so
fine.
much great information. Do y'all have any other questions though?
The other question is, I'm hoping to get somebody to go with me, but if that person you know can't go, is there an upcharge for
Is there,
an upcharge for a single?
Yeah, there's a
Have
single
per single
supplement. Yeah, we can find that specific information out for you. If that situation comes up where you would be a solo on the trip. Yeah, we're happy to
Okay,
do that
yeah,
for
I
you.
don't know that.
we
at this
had
point.
solos on our trip and it wasn't a great upcharge. There is a single supplement, but it's not huge.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, I have somebody else, Barbara, that's also asking me to find the single rate out as well. So we'll let you guys know that
Okay.
for sure.
And just
Yep.
what are the deadlines on this?
Yeah. We get Anne, if does anyone else have specific questions for Anne? If not, we can go ahead and let her go and then continue
Okay,
chatting
I'm
with you
sorry.
guys about the rest.
That's
No,
fine.
that's okay. I just don't want to keep her on any longer than she needed to because she's been so kind to and generous to share her time with us tonight. So anything else you can think of specifically for Anne since she was on the tour itself?
No, it sounds wonderful.
Okay.
Great. You'll have a good time. And I do have to run because I have to go track a flight for another
You have to
client.
go look
So,
at how he's going to get to
Yeah.
Buenos Aires.
how he's
Thank
getting to Buenos
you.
Aires
We
if he
so
doesn't get to
appreciate you.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Take care.
It's nice
Thanks,
meeting you all.
All right.
Anne.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
that's right.
Is
Arrivederci.
that right? I can't believe it.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so sad. I still can't share my, I just can't share my screen. I just don't
Well,
understand
you had
that.
some other great pictures, but that picture
We
behind you is
tried
great.
so hard to get everything done properly. I just simply don't
Yeah.
understand it. But anyways.
So tell them about the deadline.
Yeah, so let me just go back to my notes real quick so I can get caught up to where we are. So yeah, I'm going to pull up my slides because I'm going to talk from them since that was what my original plan was. Let's take a look here and see. Okay, so just to review the trip, obviously it's called Gourmet Tuscany. The dates that Jamie and I are actually going to be traveling on that we're inviting you to join us on are September 20th to the 27th of 2026. I just want to say that if for any reason those dates don't work for somebody to travel, there are other dates that we can book you on the same tour for. For Jamie and I
Okay.
won't be there, but there are other dates. I don't want that to stop you guys because we think it's that wonderful that if you can't join us, we will certainly find other dates that you can travel on. So the starting cost of the trip is $23.49 per person. Jamie and I were able to secure a $50 per person preferred partner discount because of our relationship with Globus and Cosmos. So if we take that off of that pricing, your pricing would actually be $22.99 for the trip. And that's based on double occupancy. And I know we talked that we would get single occupancy pricing for you, Barbara, but
Okay.
and that includes all the taxes. And so it includes all the excursions that are on the itinerary, and we'll follow up with you guys and send you like the itinerary and all that stuff so that you can have it all in writing. The only things that aren't included are those that are called optional, optional